doing today? How are you, boss?
Good afternoon, Paterson. Well, on this beautiful June 19th, as we celebrate Juneteenth, we are here to commemorate our ancestors and those that have come before us. As we speak, I see our council members coming forward, Councilman Bill McCoy, Councilman Elisa Mims, and at this time, before we start, we'll have greetings from the mayor of the great city of Paterson, Mayor Andre Sayre.
Good afternoon. I'm encouraged to see that the world is starting to recognize that Black Lives Matter.
That's right.
And in addition, the world has to recognize that Black history matters as well. And that's why we are here today. And that's why I issued an executive order declaring today, Juneteenth, a holiday in the city of Paterson. And Congressman Pasquarello, thanks for joining us. I will tell you why Black Lives Matter. Because when I was in school, Akbar, we learned about the Greeks and the Romans, and we should. But Africa had outstanding civilizations as well. Abdul, if you look at Mali, with Mansa Musa, an African ruler who is considered to be the richest man who ever lived, hailed from Africa and a great civilization of Mali. No disrespect to Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates, but it was a man in Africa who was considered to be the richest man who ever lived. And let's think about Songhai, another great civilization in Africa, with Askia Muhammad. He was a ruler as well, but that part of history is not being taught. And if there's one takeaway we can get from now is to infuse our textbooks, American history textbooks, with the history of Africa and where it all started.
Right.
That is world history, but it's American history too. Because the story of African Americans started in Africa. That is correct. Black history is world history. And we can also learn lessons from one of my favorite leaders in history, Marcus Garvey. We can all use some more Marcus Garvey. Why? Because at a time when people were being told that black skin was a mistake, he was saying it's not a mistake. God doesn't make mistakes. Black is beautiful. And today we stand together to reflect, to rejoice, and to unite under the banner that black is beautiful, that black lives do matter, and black history matters too. And so July 4th did not mean independence for everyone, but Juneteenth means freedom. And today we celebrate freedom and let freedom ring. Thank you very much.
I want to thank the mayor, who is a great historian, and the facts are that we as black folks here in America since 1619 have not been free, totally free. The argument that we're having right now that Black Lives Matter has to be the most ridiculous thing ever. This country was built on the back of black people.
Yeah.
So don't forget that.
Tears
And
and
realize
talk about it.
slavery is not part of African American history.
Talk about it.
No other people have been captured and brought to a country and disrespected like African American people
All right.
and black people.
Talk
So
about
make that perfectly clear.
Talk
There's
about
two different levels of it.
Talk
Two different
about
levels.
Talk
We're talking about civil rights and moving on. So make it perfectly clear. At this time, we have the Dean of the City Council, Councilman Bill McCoy.
All right.
Thank you, Assemblyman. It's a beautiful day, and we rejoice today as we celebrate this important time at a place that is significant to our community to highlight our freedom. I'm glad that the mayor referred you back to Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Yes.
who I remind everybody hails from the small island of Jamaica where I came from. And in fact, we share the same birthday.
Yes.
So when people talk about black folk, remember we're talking about the entire diaspora. Not just the folks that are here, but our Caribbean community as well. Those folks that are black and don't realize it yet, but after this movement is finished, everybody will realize that all people are black people.
I know that's right.
Because if you, because if you believe that all men came from one family, then you recognize your roots. So today we come to celebrate this important mark. I'm glad that number 45 has finally come around to understand and appreciate Juneteenth and what it means, and that is so significant. But ladies and gentlemen, together we have strength. Let us not divide ourselves, but let us unite and come and fight on a common cause, that freedom belongs to everyone. And certainly today we echo in the name of George Floyd, Black Lives Matter. It's ridiculous that we have to say it, but it's important that we say it, because thank God somebody today is getting to recognize the significance of all of that. Thank you for coming out. It's been a beautiful day. Enjoy. God bless. Maryland is good.
Yes.
Thank you, Councilman. That's right. And at this time, we have another fighter who was fought for the city of Paterson as her time before she was an elected official, as part of the great clergy in the city of Paterson. Somebody who truly understands that when these young people are fighting throughout the country and boycotting and marching and talking about defunding police, it's not talking about taking the money away from police. It's talking about putting money where it belongs. It's talking about making sure that the Paterson Public Schools is not underfunded by $300 million.
That's right.
It's about making sure that the recreation department is not 0.2% of the entire budget.
That's right.
It's about making sure that women's health care is fully funded. And that's why we have Lisa Mims as a councilwoman in the city of Paterson, our great councilwoman, Lisa Mims.
Good day, Paterson. It's a great day since 1865. Never forget that year. 1865 was the day they declared us free, but they still didn't give us our rights. That's right. They declared freedom, but today we are still fighting for our rights. Have a seat at the table. There are many places they don't want us to sit, but we're still fighting for a seat at the table. We're fighting in Paterson, we're fighting in Trenton, we're fighting in Ecuador, we're fighting all over the world. As a Patersonian, African-American female here in Paterson, I've traveled to the motherland of Africa 10 times. So when we talk about the rich soil of Africa, it's not in a book for me, I've been there. When we talk about getting down on the ground and kissing the ground of Africa, I've been there. I've been there to see the poverty, I've been there to see the richness. And so as long as I live and I have breath where George Floyd cannot breathe, I'm gonna keep fighting to ensure that African Americans have a seat at the table. It is right for us to be there. It is fair for us to be there. Juneteenth is a day of freedom, even though we're not fully free. I'm gonna keep fighting so freedom is really a reality. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty. Free at last. God bless the president.
Next, we have the birthday lady,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ruby Cotton, who's going to bring some more knowledge to us and just bring greetings briefly before we get to our congressman. Then we have some outstanding young people who are going to do some work for us today. And we must remember, a friend texted me this morning, when Africans were so-called free from slavery, the owners received $300 per slave. That's called reparations. We never received our reparations. So I think we are owed $17 trillion in reparations. So when people are saying that we're looking for handouts when it comes to businesses, we're looking for handouts when it comes to going to school, we're looking for handouts when it comes to loans, we are not. They owe us $17 trillion. So next we have our Councilwoman Ruby Cotton.
Actually, if I may intervene for a moment, she is history in the making because Ruby Cotton was the first African-American woman to ever be the mayor of the city of Paterson. Let's recognize that.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. I want to say good afternoon to everyone. I just want to say I'm so proud of my Assemblyman Benji Wimbley putting this together for us, to our mayor, to our city council members. It is so important. And me as a child working on a farm, you must never forget the struggles that we had to get to where we are. We still got many more to go, but we must never forget. And those who are elected, who are African American, must never forget all the struggles that our ancestors had for me to be sitting at the table, for Councilwoman Vince to be sitting at the table. It's so important that we must remember all of that and bring our children and let them understand what the struggle was for all of us, for our ancestors, our grandmothers, our grandfathers, our aunts, our uncles. But I'm so happy that we're able here to do this today on Juneteenth. You know, it's so important that we never forget. And I just want to say to you all out there, we will never forget, and we're all in this together. And I always say it's never an I, it's a we. We together can accomplish so many things. Just remember we. It's not about me, it's about we. And so let's remember we. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you, my assemblymen. Thank you so much.